Mr. O'Connor, what do you think about today's debate?
I thought it was a great debate. I thought I had the opportunity to point out the distinctions between myself and the county executive. And people can do it in a way that is not toxic. And I hope that the folks in the audience got that. We were saying different things. We weren't always saying the same things. And I'm focusing on the current mess that the county is in. And he is focusing on the future. And I don't think you can ever get to the future unless you fix the mess that you have. And so I hope people got that distinction.
Okay. Can you describe Mr. Billon's performance tonight?
Mr. Billon, as I mentioned, is very polished. He makes a very good appearance. He's been doing this for a long time. But I think he's ignoring the problems that the county has. There are real problems. And he's trying to distract people by talking to them about the future and trying to gloss over these problems. And I don't think they can easily be glossed over. What I'm talking about is real reform for Long Island. Unless we get some of these things under control, we're going to be talking about the same stuff 4 years from now, and the people deserve better than that.
Now, you talk. One of the things you spoke in the debate is the fiscal crisis, right? Is that something that, I mean, how do you plan to solve it? Because apparently you are not happy with what the administration is doing, right?
I have talked about how to solve it. I thought it was reckless, and I thought it was inappropriate for them to give 8-year contracts to the 3 police unions that cumulatively cost $400 million, give the police officers a 28% raise, and at the end of these contracts, they're going to pay Suffolk County detectives $227,000 a year. I love our police here in Suffolk County. I think they do a great job. We cannot afford to pay them $227,000 a year. It's unsustainable. We're going to have nobody left in these communities to police anymore because we're taxing people out of their homes. We need to get that under control. I've called for a freeze in the police salaries. And I think we need to change the state law which allows this process where Nassau County and Suffolk County leapfrog each other in these arbitration awards. We have a tax cap in place. The tax cap is 2% in the best years, and some years like this year, less than that. We should limit arbitration awards to the tax cap.
Okay. It seems that the big difference between you guys is the immigration situation. You know, the legislation that Senator Croce has introduced in the Senate, asking for to prohibit police enforcement, to limit collaboration with ICE. And you said you agree with Senator Croce's legislation. Why do you agree, and don't you consider that legislation can cause a problem of trust between the immigrant community and police enforcement when they go to...
I don't, and here's why I say that. Most of the Hispanic and Latino community are good law-abiding citizens. There'll be no conflict between them and ICE and the police, the local police, if everybody follows the law. What Senator Croce's bill talks about is those people who are being held in the Suffolk County Jail. They should be held there, and at the end of their sentences, ICE should be notified, and those people should be deported. I think people who commit crimes in our community, we have a terrible gang problem here in Suffolk County.
Even if they are not criminal, just for the fact that they're being undocumented?
No, I'm not talking about that.
Okay, because that's what Senator Croce says, right? In the bill.
No, Senator Croce's bill talks about sanctuary cities. As I understand it, the definition of sanctuary cities are those that help and provide refuge and do not cooperate with ICE. In the most egregious instance, it's signing an executive order releasing criminals back into the community instead of cooperating with ICE. That's what's being done in Suffolk County. I think that's wrong. I think we have a gang problem. I think the Hispanic community understands the gang problem far better than I do. And the only way to address the gang problem, or one of the ways to address it, I will say, is when violent criminals are arrested here in Suffolk County at the end of their term, they should be deported. When you commit violent crimes against your own community, you give up the right to stay here.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Nice talking to you.